Hey, awesome PE people out there. This is Jake Hazenauer, and I'm just going to show you something I created today. I'm just going through things that I could do for adaptive PE and different creations that I could create. So fortunately for me, I've been creating a playhouse for my daughter. There's kind of what it looks like there. So that's kind of what has entailed a lot of my extra hours over the last several weeks. So fortunately for me, I started thinking of just extra equipment that I had and ways that I could use that to just kind of create a project pertaining to adaptive PE. So one thing that I thought about with adaptive PE on the related side of things is a lot of times when we do like a kickball type activity or an activity where we're just rolling the ball to each other, doing things like that, it's so hard for wheelchair bound students or any students that just have trouble with their limbs, just functions in general, to get a real accurate pitch to the kicker or anything like that. So what I wanted to do is I created, found some kind of ideas online, just something that kind of got my juices flowing, and then did my own dimensions and measurements for this, just created my own little project that it just shows. I'll show you right here. It's just a nice ramp that the students can use to pitch the ball when we are playing a kickball activity or something else. So the way this works is, first off, how it goes is I have right down here, if you've kind of follow me, I took several different pieces of wood, some different 2x4s, and just angled right up here. I took this and I cut it at a 22.5 degree angle and made sure that those poles were 18 inches long. I also took some different 2x4s right here, made them 12 inches thick, just use that kind of as a brace to hold it all together in the middle. Then I also took just regular 8-foot 2x4s, as you guys can see if you look down there, and just put those on the angle so that way it had a nice little slope to it as we went along. Okay. Also put a brace right here as well. If you guys see the brace there, just with some easy plywood. And then the plywood that I put right down the middle here, I covered this in some house wrap. The reason I use house wrap for it is just if we're doing a kickball activity, I didn't want any splinters or anything in the ball. So I thought covering a nice piece of house wrap would kind of keep it, just keep the ball intact and keep everything in place there. So I also set it on a 5-gallon bucket, if you guys see that right there. The reason that I set it on a 5-gallon bucket is I just wanted to make sure that if we were just give it a little bit more, get some velocity on the ball and keep it rolling a little bit better. I'm gonna get the ball out of my garage so I can kind of demonstrate for you guys how this is going to work. So just that's a simple little way. The reason I left the plywood kind of a little bit wider than it needed to be, can't remember if I said this or not, was just so that way if we had different size balls, like right now I have just a generic kickball, but if we use a different size ball, it'd be really easy just to make some bigger braces and make that a little bit wider to control the ball. And that way for an adaptive PE class or just as an adaptation, you could use a bigger ball there and it could still roll with accuracy. So we're gonna try this out. I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna drop it and we're gonna roll the ball. So here it goes. Hopefully you guys can all see the ball. Am I straight away on the sidewalk? I drop it down, and there it goes, straight ahead. So this is just a fun little project for you guys. Hopefully some of you guys try it out. It's pretty inexpensive. Like I said, I used leftover materials from my playhouse, but rough guesstimate, it's gonna be $20 to $25 at most. Takes about 30 minutes at most to make, and just different ways there. So hopefully you guys enjoy my video.